Lucky Lefty Podcast, brought to you by Onora Whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com, Premium American Whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. And if you drink, by all means, make sure that you drink.
Responsibly.
You have to drink responsibly. Left, it's an all-time show. Yeah, I'll be honest. Everybody, go to YouTube, subscribe. Do us a favor, smash that like button for us because smashing the like button, of course, helps us with our views. Now, I'm putting together a parlay, and hopefully on For the Culture Friday, hopefully we can get father of Notre Dame wide receiver Braylon James, Glenn James on, and I'm going to set up a debate: Ohio versus Texas.
Oh my God.
Ohio versus Texas.
Ohio versus Texas.
With Left versus Glenn James.
In what aspect?
Ohio football versus Texas football.
I've already
because I'll be honest, Left, the last two shows have probably been two of our funniest shows. Left, I don't like watching myself back. I don't watch our shows. Once we're done, I rarely watch our shows.
What do you need to?
But yesterday I went through the show for some editing purposes, and I was like, "Yo, this was a pretty funny show, bro. This you can tell like we love talking Notre Dame, but we love having fun, and we want LL Nation and Notre Dame fans to have a good time when they watch us and listen to us. So it was definitely one of the best shows that I've seen, bro. It's one of the best shows that we've done. It's one of the best shows that we've done. So go ahead, subscribe to us, hit that notification bell. It's hopefully Friday. I can stir some things up. Get a nice combo: Ohio football versus Texas football, based upon Left theory about Texas players leaving Texas.
It's true.
And CNB Nation in conjunction with Irish Breakdown. It's where you get all our podcasts via Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Set up for the automatic download. Don't forget, not one episode. Giving you great content, great guests. We might have a sneaky guest today. Lucky Lucky Podcast, home of the misguided passion. You already know we spin it different. It's all-timer day. All-timers at Notre Dame. So we're going to break down Notre Dame's wide receiver room and talk about the depth chart. And I'm going to give Left an opportunity to talk about who he wants to see in the first group, then in the second group. Will a freshman crack that second group? We'll see coming up. We will see. Also, we're going to take some of your questions because we want you to give us your all-time Notre Dame offense. Your all-time Notre Dame offense. Go ahead and do it right now. Start thinking about it. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to say. That's the question of the day. Your all-time Notre Dame offense. I don't know, bro. It's easy to say Joe, but then I have to consider Brady and the records he put up, right? Brady didn't win a national championship. Joe did. There's some things to think about. Does Tim Brown make it?
I gotta have my start lineup a little bit.
Do I put Will Fuller in there?
Yeah,
as a star receiver, right? You got people like Ross Brown or Alan Page on the defensive line. Do I have room for a Justin Tuck? Do I have room for a Stephon Tuitt?
Yeah.
Man, can Manti make it?
Brian Young.
Where's Brian Young gonna go? This, and we just talking defense. This offense, man, this offense is incredible, man. Let me answer this question because Ryan Loftus keeps asking it, dude. Brady Quinn has a show every day.
That's right.
On Fox Sports.
Brady Quinn's
so when Brady's schedule opens up, he'll be on. We don't bother Brady like that. He's like, yo, when I get a chance, I'm coming on. We take him at his word.
That's right. That's right. We got a whole guest list ourselves.
You know.
No.
Well, I mean, you've been doing shows on other networks for like the last 2-3 weeks, Left.
They be wanting to hear about Tommy.
They had you on in SEC country.
Yeah, they just want to know about Tommy and what he got going on.
They had you on down the bayou.
They had to have been listening to the podcast, you know. So it's all coming back together.
Yo, so before we get to that, we always talk about indie media and the great job that they do. We talked about the safeties yesterday, Left, and they gave us an opportunity, man, to check out Chris O'Leary, man.
Oh, the mic'd up.
Yeah, let's check it out.
I actually hate all of you. I actually hate you guys. We're live today, especially y'all three. Yeah, bro.
That's why you got extra juice today?
Yeah, that's why I'm lit today. I just made sure.
What mic you up every day?
I just made sure I turned up today. Get some gum. That practice 9. Practice 9, you might be able to do 7 on 7. No. No, he did. Oh, he can? Does he need a red jersey? Oh, snap! Hey! Be smart, don't be dumb. Were you good? Oh, yeah, I'm out. We're rolling today. Yep, thanks. Appreciate you. You gotta stop following me around everywhere. I need a little privacy. Are we up? Here we go. In there! In there! Is it cold? Huh? We're going, let's go, we're outside, let's go. Find it, find it, find it. Good, Ramon, good rep. It's the cleanest one. Let's go. Set, go, stay off the ground. Good, okay, oh yeah, take it to the ground, good. Bro, this is literally just scraping paint until I knock myself out on somebody. That's all it is. I'm gonna tell you when to go. Just bounce, 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 go. Inside out, inside out, inside out, inside out. Yes, sir! If you're gonna be disciplined to do that in a live situation, those are your knockout shots right there. Because they never see you and you don't get touched. And it's boom. Oh, put the ball down, let's go, hit somebody. Who wanna start us off and goal line tackle? Who wanna start us off and goal line? Let's go, X start us off. We here, everybody good? That way! Let's go! Come on, 11, 2 wasn't even guarding nobody. Oh, oh, you saying 20? You saying 20? You saying 20? The corner? Yeah, the corners be doing that. He said 2. Woo, we need this break. We need, woo, you like me out there. Attaboy Ramon! Attaboy Ramon! Let's go! I like hitting somebody today, man. Nice job. Go get it! Yeah! Attaboy Christian! Attaboy Christian! We appreciate you! Appreciate you! Mental focus the whole way through. Lock in. Great job. Keep pushing. Y'all got it.
Shout out to my boy Christian Gray ending practice like that. That's like the 3rd straight practice that's ended on a pick, though.
We're throwing slot fades against Jesus Christ.
We don't know who the quarterback was, dude. I gotta look at that again.
I'm just glad that the ball getting thrown down the field, you know.
It is definitely getting thrown down the field. It is definitely getting thrown down the field. So
you got to read the corner quarterback. I heard Gino Gaduli is telling him that you got to read the corner. The corner bails. You got to go to the receiver on the outside. So clearly he's staring at the slot fade and not staring at his keys. And I hope that's probably not Sam Hartman.
Well, look, man. I love his energy. It was funny because it seemed like Marcus Freeman was like, "Yeah, you're being extra because this is not you. You are definitely lit today. You must be mic'd up."
It's a phenomenon when you put that mic on somebody and how it just changes the character of the person. Just some tape and a mic, and them knowing I have a tape and a mic. That's no different than when you pull out your camera phone. People just automatically just
start acting different.
And I don't know if it's on purpose or it's just something where people are like, man, I get a chance to, you know. So it's an interesting thing, man. Even with players, I remember going through practices, guys was mic'd up, they talking way more. I'm like, what you say? You're talking? You're talking crazy? Or they just, you know, they playing different. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, so you know how to be over aggressive in walkthroughs now, huh? You know, that kind of thing. So I think it's cool to see, even if it was or was not, whatever it was. I love the fact that he's just engaged, and guys can feed off of that. You know, there's some coaches that are sticklers. That's like, man, we got to get the most out of this intense energy. It's like, you know, Coach O'Leary is very adamant about almost being loose, but just, you know, being locked in and mentally focused, and keeps the guys loose. I think sometimes when you're, especially early, too uptight, it can make guys a little hesitant. And, you know, the result of his personality is shown in the secondary. You see Mickey, you know, talking like he usually does. You see Christian Gray getting congratulated. The secondary is having a good time. So that's contributes to having a strength in that unit, and that all those guys are coming together. I mean, they really play amongst each other. As you can tell, they said, who want to lead goal line? My dog Xavier Watts.
That was, and Xavier was like, yo.
Me. And when he said in the interview, what's the best thing you like doing? Yeah, making tackles.
Making tackles.
Yeah. Yes.
That's exactly what he said. And it's like the whole group said it at the same time.
There
like,
you go.
X.
Yeah, we want to go, but you know, that's the guy that needs to go.
Yeah, dude. That is.
And Ramon Henderson mixed it up in goal line tackles. So we got guys that's not afraid. You know, it might be different.
With those two guys, I don't worry about tackling as much as I do coverage at certain points.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, that's a nice mix.
And you saw him in the clip. He was talking to Thomas Harper, who had missed about a week of practice. That was his first practice back. Thomas Harper?
Yeah, he's
13. And Thomas Harper was he was telling him, like, take it easy. You know, take your time, you know. But
he's an old guy, man. You're supposed to get through spring.
You saw he was cracking, he's cracking jokes, talking about this Cam Hart need a red jersey.
Yes, he does. Yes. He's an old dude with a red jersey. For what? For what? Come on, man. Think about your career here. Just for what?
So the OGs need red jerseys no matter what position they play, especially in the spring.
And if you close to your degree, put a red jersey on. Put a red jersey on. Start thinking insurance for yourself. Because for what? The saddest injury in the world to have as a football player is in the spring. It's the saddest one. The saddest one.
What's the energy your first spring practice versus spring practice junior year?
First one, I was super excited, man, because I was early enrollee. This before it was like real popular.
Yeah.
It was like, man, everything was a cool experience for me. I remember my first week, I saw Skylar Diggins like regular, not like on the court, not in the basketball setting, just like regular life. And I was like, oh my God, I'm really here. So the first week of practice was just like, man, because you're doing the workouts and stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty intense. But it was a lot of nervous energy because it's not recruiting anymore. So this is my first time being around the coaches actually trying to, like, you're not a new guy. It's like, make the throw. So trying to understand the expectations, like the first time being coached by Coach Kelly, when you mess up or when you do have a good throw or do a good play. So I was kind of nervous on that end because, it's college football. It's what you hear about and all that. So compared to my junior year first spring practice, I was just more focused on, all right, it's time to win games. I need Denver calling these plays for me. I need the base. I need guys to be on point. I'm thinking about how to change up cadences. I'm thinking quarterback stuff, 3-4 level chess stuff, because I'm getting ready to do the whole spring and the whole fall as the guy. So at first you go in thinking, okay, I'm trying to find my role. And when you're the starter, you're like, I need this time to prepare. Everybody shut the heck up. Get out of my way. Let me operate, and I was excited because at that point, I'm like, finally I get my chance. I've been dealing with all this BS, going back and forth, sharing reps, and it takes away from both of us. So then being able to have all the reps that I needed, man, I felt so good going into the fall because of the spring and how the order was. So whenever, that's how I know when you have invested in a guy, especially at the quarterback position, it goes a lot further from you having to manage the team as the season's going on. If you allow the quarterback to like Sam Hartman right now, just manage the team, get comfortable doing it, learn how to talk to the guys, all of that stuff. Mid-season, you don't have to have these, closed doors meetings trying to inspire the offense again, or closed doors meetings after going 0-2, being like, "What's going on, guys?" That kind of shit. You would have a quarterback doing it because he's been working behind the scenes, putting the thing together. Like that's why coming out of fall camp in 2015, I was like, "There's nobody beating it." I had worked with guys leading up to this point. When I wasn't starting, they're starting now. I'm starting now. We're putting the paper to pen to paper. So that's the more focused version. So freshman year, you're just trying to be like, how do I not get yelled at? Junior year, you're like, how do I not yell at everybody else to do the right thing? It's an ownership thing.
No, facts. Lucky Lefty podcast. So let's go, bro. I'm going to start with the all-time offensive line.
Q, Zach, and Ronnie are automatically my three.
I would push back. Aaron Taylor has to be one of my tackles, bro.
Okay, but Zach will play guard. Because Aaron will be in there too. It would be Ronnie, Zach, Q. That's two guards and a tackle. Aaron Taylor will be my other right tackle. Center.
See, now we're about to argue, dude. Because Aaron Taylor deserves to be the left tackle, bro.
Ronnie is the best left tackle we've ever had.
No bet. No bet.
Aaron Taylor's a great, but Ronnie was the best tackle, though. Left tackle. Aaron Taylor could play both sides. Ronnie has never played right tackle.
Ronnie did play like right tackle starting off. That was his first start at right tackle.
It was like for a game. He didn't start the whole season at right tackle. He's a left tackle. Because remember, he got hurt.
Ahead, man. So we got Quentin. For sure, we got Quentin.
For sure, Quentin and Zach, Ronnie, and Aaron Taylor. For sure. Because I like Aaron Taylor. I worked with Aaron Taylor before. So that's a bias on my opinion for Aaron Taylor. But for a center,
man,
my favorite center.
You got Nap. Don't even say it. Don't you even say it. Don't you even mention it. Man, stop playing with me, dude. You got cats like Jerry Groom and Tommy Yar from back in the day, the 50s and 60s. And man, you better not. You better not. You better not. You better not.
Is this an opinion one, or are we just doing the greats? Because if this is if I have to build my dream one, I have to put my guy in there.
No, you don't have to. You're choosing to put your guy in there. Don't. We're not doing that, man. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. Go ahead, though. Go ahead with the foolishness, bro.
Okay. I'm not gonna put my favorite guy in there, but
no, you can put him in there. Go ahead. Put your favorite guy.
Sam Mustipher. Gotta be in center.
Sam Mustipher.
4-year starter. One of the few players to play up to almost 40 games at Notre Dame. Come on now. double major. Come on now, Chicago Bears.
Man,
He
you
was
have
part of
lost your
undefeated
mind, bro.
season. He's a part of
You
undefeated season.
you
Come
you
on
have
now.
absolutely
Come on now.
lost your mind, dude.
Okay.
I would take Tim Ruddy before I would definitely take Tim Ruddy and Jeff Fain. Good call, Anthony Solomon. Tim Ruddy and Jeff Fain. Sam, man, look, you got me on a Notre Dame podcast about to say something crazy about a Notre Dame player. We're not doing that, man. We're not doing
You
that.
say, man, keep rocking and rolling, man.
But Sam is definitely not going. Mike Rosenthal is a great one. Jeff Fain. I don't know if I would put Braxton Cave on Jeff Fain's level.
I like Braxton, but he had the size though.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. This is the one. Quarterback, right?
Quarterback. I'm biased. Obviously, I'm gonna say myself.
All right,
But
Left.
I didn't say myself. And I was coaching the team. I would have Ev, honestly.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, this is your opinion.
Or I would have Jimmy Clausen because I liked his attitude. I just
Ryan Loftus is trolling now because there's no way Ian Book is ever being considered an all-timer. Stop.
I think you have to
Well, at least not on my team.
I think you have to make the distinction of why an all-timer doesn't necessarily equate to having an all-time great accomplishment. Because if I was Ian, I would say, what do you mean, Shaun? I should be number one. I'm the most winningest.
So that means Brian Kelly is the all-time best coach at Notre Dame?
That's what I'm saying. You got to
Okay.
distinguish the difference of why you can't say both.
You're playing games with me right now.
But anyway, I definitely like Ev, or I wouldn't take Brady in today's game.
I mean, look, honestly, quarterback is you got Bertelli, dude, Johnny Lujack. I mean,
Johnny Lujack was good. Johnny Lujack was good.
Cats that were really killing it at quarterback. You got Theismann with a national championship, Montana, whose stats weren't near Brady's, but like I said, I mean, just the aura, what he did at Notre Dame, the comeback kid that started before he got to the NFL. You know what? I'll show respect. I'll show respect. I think I'm going to say, regardless. I think I'm gonna go with Johnny Lujack, bro.
Yeah,
I'm going with the OG. I think I'm gonna go with the OG at quarterback. I really do. I think I'll go with Johnny Lujack at the quarterback, bro. Yeah.
That's a fair one.
Yeah. What about running back though? I'll give you
Autry
two.
Denson. I'm going with Autry.
AD?
I'll go with Autry Denson. He was
AD ran hard. I can't be mad at you. But you know, I grew up when that cat Alan Pinkett was pretty much the offense, bro.
See, that's different now. But Autry Denson got the most yards.
You don't understand, dude. This cat Alan Pinkett was doing stuff. Alan Pinkett was cold, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think people. He's more than just the radio voice, or was the radio voice for a time. Alan Pinkett was cold, bro.
He was nice.
He was. Oh, he was cold. And of course, you got Paul Hornung, Johnny Latner, old school guys like Paul Hornung was the real deal, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because Paul Hornung was the real deal once he got to the NFL too.
Yeah, with the Packers. Yeah.
You got Jerome, Pinkett, Ricky Waters, Brooks Brothers. Mm. I'm gonna play some favoritism here, Left. I'll play some favoritism here, and I'm gonna. Ricky Waters is gonna be one of my two.
Yeah, you got to have two running backs. I would go Autry Denson. And
Ricky
either
Waters is gonna be one of my two.
yeah. Or Lee Becton, because I thought Lee was pretty good too.
Lee was good. Like I'm gonna go Pinkett. I'm gonna go Alan Pinkett and Ricky Waters, dude.
Hmm.
Alan Pinkett was like that first Notre Dame running back as a kid that I was like, yo. Yeah, Vegas Ferguson was cold. Good call. Good call. Julius Jones was. Yeah, man, Julius was cold too.
We've had some great running backs. I mean,
Oh,
shoot,
absolutely.
Josh Adams was great.
I don't know if Josh was like
Yeah,
Alan
the numbers.
Pinkett level.
I mean, Josh at one point was up for the Heisman, so
Oh, facts. Facts.
it's hard.
Now
to
this is where it's about to get funky. It's about to get funky. I already know it, dude. Will Fuller is one of my three wide receivers. I'm not even going to front.
For sure.
I'm not going to front. I'm not going to front.
Yeah, he has.
Will is one of my receivers. I'm not even
From
going
a
to front.
game impact, absolutely. Absolutely.
Will Fuller is one of my receivers. Tim Brown has to be in my. He has to.
Has to. So that's two automatics, though. Those are two of the best offensive players, that's came through Notre Dame. Golden Tate would be my third. And then if we had four, it would be Michael Floyd. So it would be, but those are the best.
You got Golden before Mike Floyd?
Yes.
And Notre Dame?
Mike Floyd was just good at like couple routes. Golden can do everything. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say he was good at a couple routes. He was used for deep threats and big plays. And he had 1,000 receptions, and he had 1,000 yards and 100 receptions in one season. So he was basically their offense at one point. When's the last time? Man, when's the next time? Not even the last time.
Look,
receivers gonna have 100 receptions in a year.
I see a lot of people saying Rocket, but see, that's just off nostalgia. Yeah, Rocket did everything. Special teams. He played running back. He played. When we talking about just pure wide receiver,
Tim Brown easily. Him and Will Fuller on the same team is unguardable.
Facts.
That's why I'm
facts. That would be bananas.
And then you got Mike Floyd and then Golden Tate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Slippery Fox in there as a six man.
Now, come on, man. You always trying to get Ohio in the mix, bro. By the way, I finally saw the Chicago Bulls video with the entertainment in the suite.
It's sweet. It's two shows going on, man.
No, it was a better show in the suite. I can guarantee that. The show in the suite was much better than the product on the court.
Yeah.
The
product on the court.
I don't know, bro. I understand. I got Will Fuller. So this is my logic. Notre Dame fans, LL Nation. There's no disrespect. This is just my logic. Oh, Derek Mays is a good call. That's a darn good call. Woo! People forget how cold D Mays was. Yeah. D Mays was cold. D Mays was cold when he went to play with Brett Favre too. Well, that's a good call. D Mays was cold. D Mays is one of the cats I would love to meet.
Oh yeah, you meet him. Come out here to LA next time. We talk to him.
Man, I would love to meet D Mays. D Mays was cold. You talking about going back to like,
and he won a Super Bowl.
Your childhood? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
D Mays was cold. D Mays just talk that trash too.
He talk trash now.
Does he? Yeah. See, D Mays was one of them swag trash talkers. He's one of those dudes that you watch him, you like, yeah, I like Notre Dame.
Yeah, facts. He like gives you that edge of I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, we got to settle on 3 left.
oh,
right,
3.
We got Tim Brown. We got
Will
Will Fuller.
It's got to be Mike Floyd then, from just the overall production, overall impact to a season, impact on a 4-year.
So you switching up now? I thought you had Golden over Mike Floyd.
If we had to take 3, I have to take Mike Floyd. If I'm playing a game,
okay,
I'd take Golden Tate. But man, Mike Floyd's impact was just.
You know what's crazy about that? All 3 can play all 3 positions.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, we just put Rocket on special teams. Just kick
it punt, just to get him on the team
because he deserves to be on the team. So we know our offensive line. For those of you that have been Notre Dame fans longer than us, we already know the offensive line is definitely from our viewpoint, right?
I don't know. I think ours.
Malik basically chose everybody he played with.
No, wait.
I had to fight for Aaron Taylor. I had to fight for Aaron Taylor to get on there.
Aaron Taylor was going on because I worked with Aaron Taylor. I have a bias for him, so he was coming for sure. But man, think about it. What better guard has Notre Dame had other than Q? Other than Zach Martin? Those are automatics. Automatics. And Ronnie, he's a damn near automatic. Maybe you can switch left and right, but he's got to be in there. So Ronnie and Will's got to be in there. So that's Will. Jalen's got to be in there.
Let me. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I'm gonna keep it a beam this morning, right? Because I show mad respect. Andy Heck deserves to be in this conversation, bro. As an offensive lineman, and we're gonna keep it a beam. If we're gonna keep it a beam, Andy Heck deserves to be in this conversation.
Yeah, I agree with that. But where though?
Tim Grunhart deserves to be in the conversation. Bro, there's some dudes that deserve to be in this conversation now.
Over who though? Out of the 3, Ronnie, Zach, and Q. I mean, it's just Q a 3-year starter, 4-year. No, Q a 4-year starter. No, 3 years. Yeah, since Q touched the Notre Dame campus, he was starting.
Yeah.
Never missed a game. Zach started, never missed a game.
Yeah.
Didn't give up a sack his senior year or junior year. I think he gave up 1 junior year. So it's like, damn, they damn near had perfect careers. Ronnie, he had his ups and downs or whatever, but from just you close your eyes, you be protected on that side.
Yeah. Like you had, like I said, the OGs like George Connor and Fred Miller at tackle, Jack Cannon at offensive guard, John Smith, Burt Metzger. I mean, there's some names. Jerry Groom. I said Jerry Groom for center when you were trying to throw out Sam Mustipher.
See that? Okay, Sam's just a bias.
Because I show respect to the history of Notre Dame. Even though I might have a bias to like when my fandom started. But Andy Heck definitely needs to be. And so I saw someone put Ryan Harris in the conversation. He does a great job on the radio call currently for Notre Dame. But Ryan Harris playing tackle. That's getting in that tackle group is tough. That tackle group is tough.
Because Mike has to be in there if we just grouping just great left and right tackles at Notre Dame. Mike's in there. Liam Eichenberg's in there.
Brian Denbo
is damn near going to be in there.
I got Brian Denbo is trolling right now, bro.
Yeah, no way. See, but Baby Kane with Harry Heaston, we wouldn't be saying the same thing.
That's man. That's what I'm saying. Lake Dawson was fantastic as a
Lake
receiver,
was great.
but you talking about getting to the level of Tim Brown and Will Fuller?
It's just hard. It's just hard.
That's hard. Like man,
Dudes-
I would put Lake and let me tell you something. My favorite wide receivers to watch were Lake Dawson and Derek Mays because they were the trash talkers. They were the swag for Notre Dame.
Yeah,
See, that's why I love those dudes.
yeah.
You know, Mike Floyd tried to talk trash every now and then. Tim Brown was just a gentleman. Tim Brown, the type of dude that don't say nothing on the field, dude, and just
cook you
you
all
just,
day.
yeah. That's the dude you want to fight. That's the dude you want to fight. And you're not gonna say nothing.
Oh, for real? You just think I'm that trash? You don't even want to say nothing? You just want
My
to
mama in the stands, my grandmama in the stands. You just gonna do this to me and just say nothing all day,
just keep walking past like I'm not here? Okay,
man.
we got to get into it.
Yo, I don't know. That's interesting, love. That's interesting. Tight end. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Dave Casper out there, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Dave Casper out there.
I don't know about tight end, man. Because what are you basing off of? It has to be preference. It can't be numbers. It can't be stats. It has to be off of preference. Because we have too many with the same stats and numbers. Is tight end at Notre Dame choosing who you want on your team is just like it doesn't even matter. Whoever you want is going to be great for you. But who's the best? I don't even think you can answer. You can answer the best quarterback at Notre Dame of all time. You can answer damn near the best, running back of all time in Notre Dame. But when you talk about who's the best tight end at Notre Dame, it's impossible. Because you'll just have too many opinions on tight end. Just too many. You can say Rudolph. You can say Michael Mayer. You can say Ben Koyak. You can say Cole Kmet. I mean, if we're talking about where they ended their careers at.
I'm telling you, I'm taking Dave Casper, bro. I'm just saying, you can laugh, bro.
Okay,
I'm gonna take Dave Casper. I'm gonna show some love for the OGs, bro. You can take Ken McAfee. You can take Michael Mayer. I'm gonna take Ken, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and take Dave Casper, dude. Dave Casper, once he got to the Raiders, was bananas, bro. I don't think people remember that dude with the Raiders. That dude was different.
Yeah.
He was different. You talking about Bavaro, Casper, McAfee, Eifert, Mayer, dude. I don't know, bro.
We have an offense though all the time.
Oh yeah, this all-time offense is definitely averaging more than any offense ever at Notre Dame.
Ever.
Depending on who the OC is.
Yeah.
If Lou Holtz is calling plays.
If Tyrone Willingham is calling plays.
Shout out to Ty Will, man. Shout out to Ty Will. He had a dope golf game, but as much as he played golf.
It's a tradition at Notre Dame.
Oh, man. Is that what it is? So, I don't know if you saw this. Brian Hartline, who's now the offensive coordinator at Ohio State, which leads into, now we'll get into another discussion here. He was asked about the top 5 wide receivers. How would he rank the top 5 wide receivers that he's coached while being the wide receiver coach at Ohio State? This is what he had to say, La.
Wide receiver talents that you've coached.
Top 3 I've coached. I would say Marvin right now.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
I'm
number
gonna do
1.
NFL. NFL makeup, NFL prototype, right?
Yeah.
Marvin's that NFL prototype.
So you got Marvin
Marv,
one.
yeah, and then I think you have to go Jackson, all right? Jackson, and the only reason why I feel very comfortable saying that is because Chris and Garrett chose him as well. Chris and Garrett, Garrett had a hell of a year, obviously, rookie of the year. You probably have to give him the nod just because of that then next. And then it's between Terry and Chris. One was the 11th overall pick and one makes $23 million a year. So it's kind of a coin flip. I would say that
They love Terry up in Washington.
I know, and I got to say, probably say Terry right now because he's done it in the NFL for 3 or 4 plus years. That's worth his weight in gold on me.
Yeah.
A guy doing it 1 year is one thing, and Chris knows how much I love him. But you're talking about an elite group of dudes there, and I think that it's easy. It's easy to do it once. Really hard to do it 2, 3, 4, 5 more years like that.
That's a contradiction because how the heck is Marvin Harrison 1 then?
Marvin Harrison wouldn't be number 1 on that list for me. He just wouldn't.
You had Paris Campbell. You've had, you did a lot of recents for your top 2 or 3 though.
Yeah,
a lot of recent history. You just coached him, so you're coaching one now, so I don't know how he jumps ahead of like he was talking about. Michael Floyd, what about that? He coached Michael Floyd when he was there. So I'm not Michael Floyd, I'm sorry, Michael Thomas.
Did he coach? Was he the wide receiver coach?
He was either the assistant or he was the wide receiver
maybe
coach.
He wasn't maybe he was like a GA at that time.
Okay, but even that, you putting Marvin Harrison Jr. over all of them, and you just saying he just the look the size. So
okay, this is I showed that clip to put you in the pressure cooker, bro. I'm always. There's a reason why I show a clip. Rank the wide receivers during your time at Notre Dame, bro.
Oh, easy. Will was 1. I would say out of all the ones I played with, right? Out of all the 4 years I was there. Will was 1. I would say Chris Brown was 2.
Breezy.
I really liked Chase, but he was just young. I was a fan of EQ. I'm a fan of EQ. I would say EQ would be my 3rd. And then Corey Robinson would be my 4th. I love Corey.
Well, you just gave 5. So
okay, I'm sorry.
You gave 5. You said Will was 1. You said Breezy was 2.
Yes.
You said you liked Chase, but he was young.
But I wouldn't name Chase.
Okay, so you were just mentioning Chase.
Yes, because I did like Chase. And then I would say it would be EQ.
EQ 3.
I said 5. Who was the one?
You said Corey.
Corey before, and then Slippery Fox will be 5. That's my.
So that's your top 5.
That's my top 5.
Why
I love
time?
Amir, but Amir was more running back. Torrey, I didn't get enough with Torrey like I wanted to. Who else do we have? And then all the other guys were young. I like Miles Boykin a lot, but he was still Bambi at that point. And even with Javon McKinley wasn't bad, but he was really not ready yet. He didn't really get going to his last year, 5 years from when I played with him. But we did have some guys though, for sure.
Oh, you definitely had some guys. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Man, YouTube, subscribe, smash that like button for us, right? CFB Nation, Irish Breakdown, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Leave us 5 stars. Leave your messages. We respond to all. It's the Lucky Lefty Podcast, home of the misguided passion. If you are in South Bend on the 21st, check us out with our live recording, 2-hour special in conjunction with the YMCA of South Bend, St. Joseph County. Then we're going to go to St. Joseph's Food Pantry after that.
That's right.
Anticipating the giveaway and come back to the YMCA along with Holtz's Heroes. Players like Reggie Brooks, Irv Smith, all of those guys, current players. We'll be doing a kick, pass, punt competition with the local youth. And I think me and Left are going to have an accuracy competition.
That's right.
I'm not going to mess. I'm smart. I'm not messing with Left on that how far we can throw. I'm not. Look, man. I'm not. My mama's watching. You're not about to embarrass me like that. You're not about to Tim Brown me, bro. You're not about to Tim Brown me. But I'll challenge you to the accuracy a little bit.
Okay, we can do that.
All swing passes.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, just the lateral pass ain't easy now. You
That's
gotta know
true.
how to
That's
that
true.
thing.
Lucky Lefty podcast, we spin it different. We're going to take another swing at this. His left is going to talk about the wide receiver depth chart and what he thinks about it. We'll be back. Lucky Lefty podcast. All right, Left. You got a lot of talent emerging in the wide receiver room. You have returning talent that might have struggled last year. You have returning talent that just never has popped in that wide receiver room. Depth is there, opportunity is there. When you come out for that first snap, well, I know you would come out with 4 wide receivers knowing you as the offensive coordinator. But when Notre Dame comes out in 11 personnel against Navy, give me your depth chart.
Oh, because that is the first game, huh? Navy.
That is, yeah.
What a misplaced game! Like that's not a game to be hyped for first game season.
Well, first of all, we need to go ahead and promote that because Left, you will be at the game, right?
Yes, Ireland. I know. I'm just thinking like, dang it. We usually open up with some crazy ones, but no, I think for to roll out for the new year, I think it has to be a mix of some older guys and some new guys. From a recruiting standpoint, but also how the natural order of the receiver room can go. And I think when you know, following the patterns of some of these great receiver schools as of late, they got some old mixed with some pretty new. Alabama had Jerry Jeudy, but a young Devontae Smith, a young Jalen Waddle. And you saw how one was teaching the other, then the younger became the better ones. I think a lot of that could be for now. I think Tobias is in a peculiar, but we also in a peculiar position where everybody in the room is unproven. They got some experience, but unproven on the stage of, oh, I can just order them 1 to 5 on the best. This is one of the rare, probably receiver rooms at a program this elite that everybody in our receiver room could be a 1 through 5 on the change of the day, change of the weather. One day Tobias may be 1, one day he may be 5. Lorenzo may be 1. Lorenzo may be 3 one day. JT may be 1. So I think it's because they have a mixed bag of a bunch of good but not standout guys yet. It's a win-lose situation because you got talent that you know of, but when the chips get down, who's going to be the go-to guy? And I honestly don't know yet. I honestly don't know. Because even with Tobias, he got drop problems sometimes. JT doesn't always have the speed that you could just take the top off. Deion Colsley got some injury here and there, but he can make plays, potentially. He's made some plays. But, man, who is our Will Fuller? Just bona fide, without thinking too hard, making an all, world team. And we may not have a Will Fuller, but you know what I mean? A guy where you're like, oh, yeah, we got Will. We're good. Maybe a freshman tries to see the opportunity of Braylon James or Jordan Greathouse potentially to be like, look, it's a spot open. If I get a couple reps, steal a couple reps because I'm practicing great like Marcus Freeman wants, I might make a splash impact. Maybe a Rico. I see Jason talking about Rico, but all the young guys could, if you had to close your eyes and you just looking at jersey numbers, you damn near probably can't tell too much from a freshman to a Deion, a freshman to a JT, because they're still young. All of them still young.
I guess you're right. And
So if
Jesse
I'm
mentioned,
rolling out, yeah, so if I'm rolling out against Navy, because I don't think I answered the question, I would just start as putting all the older guys out there. Put a Chris Tyree out there, Lorenzo out there. I mean, where does Caleb Smith fit in? Because I forgot about him, you know. So it's an interesting thing, but that's why, like with the linebackers, I would do it like the linebackers. You got JT, I mean not JT. You got JD Bertrand. What was it, Kaiser, and who was the third one? And Marist. I mean, start the game out after the first couple series, then I'll start rotating.
so it'd be ceremonial. That's basically what you're saying. Like, okay,
Because our strength is through our depth chart. Because you could take a JD out, put a PK in, take a Kaiser out, put a Jalen Sneed in, and you can get like South Carolina 30 off the bench consistently. We can get a 30 off. So we need our whole team to win. It ain't just like our 11 is the best 11 in the country. No, I think our team can make us the best in the country, but our first 11 is like, not only can anybody be in that spot, but it's like that's not what the strength of the team gives you in a game.
and once again, Malik will be there for the Navy game. And if you would like to join them, some great packages available. You can go golfing with the Legends August 21st through August the 27th, 2023. Notre Dame versus Navy. Man, players like Reggie Brooks, Irv Smith, Lee Becton, Shaun Wooden, Bobby Brown, being Bobby Brown, Rick Meyer, Pat Terrell, Steve Berline, Tony Rice, Derek Brown, Chris Zorst, Stan Magala, Ray Zellers, and the original Lucky Lefty himself. Packages are very affordable, man. Of course, I'm saying that. But it's some really affordable packages, right? Whether you're a golfer or a non-golfer. If you're a non-golfer, you can go check out all of the beautiful settings in Ireland, all of the castles where they film, I think, Game of Thrones and all of the other shows that come in that family of shows on HBO, included as a game day experience. First class, first class hotel accommodations and airline accommodations. And if you want that info, call 914-979-2247, 914-979-2247, or you can go to executiveglobaltours.com, executiveglobaltours.com. Man, it's a great package, man. It's almost a week game day experience, the game,
That's right.
golfing with legends, meeting legends, the opportunity to go and view the beautiful landscape that is Ireland. Man, go ahead, give them a call or check them out on their website. Packages are still available. Oh, man. Left, I'm definitely doing a golf package. And I would lose my mind playing links golf, bro. You know, because when I'm playing golf, trees are not my friend. So if you just give me open landscape, my confidence meter might go up. But it's something about links golfing, man. There's something about links golfing, man. You always end up in like a very unfortunate spot off the tee, and it just ruins the hole. So
So
I think my short game would have to be in
wait a minute.
top notch
Wait a
position going
minute.
over there.
What do you think is the like, do you think some of these former players are pretty solid at golf?
Oh, absolutely. I think some of them
Tony
are
Rice
solid.
can
Now,
swing it.
when I say solid, I'm talking about solid for a non-professional is anybody that can break. For me, in my opinion, if you can break 90 in golf, you're solid. You're
Okay.
solid. If you can
That's
break 90,
pretty good though, right? For a really good course or something.
I mean, if you can break 80, you might as well like play in competition. It doesn't have to be. It can be semi-pro competition or local competitions. You know, if you're talking about you break 85, 80 consistently. But heck, if you break 90, you might as well sign that ball and frame it.
Oh, okay.
It's just an everyday golfer. Because I still had when I broke 100, I still had the scorecard.
That's like an accolade for average.
Heck yeah,
Okay.
heck yeah, yeah. It took me like a little bit over a year to break 100.
So, oh shit. So,
But
I
the
mean,
journey
how
to
often are you going?
to break 100 and then to break 90, because the game is so.
Come and go.
If you think the game is mental for quarterbacks, at least on a quarterback, you can blame the offensive lineman or the wide receiver on the play.
Right.
You can't blame anyone in golf. The elements are the elements. You know the elements when you go out there.
Yeah, everybody get the elements.
Man, I brought that scorecard home, put it up in the office.
It felt real good about that day.
Man, you thought I had graduated with my degree all over again.
So so you was just hitting it great that day or what?
No, I never had problems off the tee. That's the crazy. I don't know if it was my baseball, right? Because I was never a power hitter in baseball, right? I was a leadoff hitter pretty much from little league all the way up through high school.
Oh, you knew what type of hitter you was.
So, man, I was always like hitting the ball up the middle. So, man, my tee shot for the most part.
So you splitting it right down the middle.
Or I might pull it to the right just a little bit because my shot has a natural fade to it. So I would try to play it to the right, let it fade back. And my short game was trash, though.
Really?
Yeah, man, my short game was trash for a long time, man. Short game was about feel. And it was just, man, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. So
I feel like that about bowling. Like I love bowling, so I feel like that about the ball and the stance and the rotation.
Yeah,
golf is great, but it's like, man, it's like I feel behind the 8 ball.
Yeah,
guys my age, they love going to golf. I'm like, dang, but I see why it's serious. They bet a lot on it and everything, but
now, this is what I don't understand. I don't understand how people play golf and drink simultaneously. That is the weirdest thing to me, bro.
Oh, because you're just too locked in. Like
at the 18th, bro, if you're drinking from the jump, by the time you get to the 9th hole, you're lit.
You're lit.
Because you're like 2-3 beers in.
Yeah, you're lit.
So now you're trying to play a sport as hard as golf.
That you gotta. Well, maybe help some people relax because they can get tight on their swing or something.
Yeah.
So you're saying, breaking 100 is average for like a civilian golfer. So the pro is like,
if you're a civilian golfer and you break 100, throw a party.
Throw a party.
Throw a party, bro.
Now, what's a pro, like 70 or something like that? Like if Tiger Woods on a normal day, he probably rocking like a 60 or something.
On a normal course or on a professional course? Like you talking about like a tournament course?
Do normal courses.
Man, if Tiger went to a normal course, Tiger still right now would probably shoot like in the 60s.
What? That's a large gap. You talking about throw a party?
No, I'm talking about the courses I play at.
No, I'm just saying you're talking about throw 100. I mean, or unless you're saying you scored 100 at a pro course.
No. I've never broken. Well, I've only played on two. One in San Diego, I played on a pro course there. I played at the PGA in Scottsdale. And I played at Harborside in Chicago, which is hosted like the Women's US Open and the US Open for seniors. So I guess you can call it a tournament course. And I played Olympia Fields. I live in Olympia Fields.
Okay.
So I played Olympia Fields Country Club with my dad, but that was before the PGA came in and totally changed the course so that the course could host the US Open.
Got it.
Like Olympia Fields hosted the U.S. Open. It was the highest scoring U.S. Open, I think, in history. Like players were just blitzing the course. It was ridiculous. I think it was something like 40 players above 8 over or 8 under or something like that. It was crazy. Like it gave no obstacle to the professional golfers. It was ridiculous. But yeah, look, I'm telling you, for you, if you got into it, you're a quarterback, so you're familiar with footwork and your hips. So you're used to like using your hips.
Yeah, rotating and stuff.
Rotating.
It's all mental. As soon as I start seeing that thing start shanking.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're used to that. So for you probably, because most quarterbacks end up being pretty good golfers.
Oh, okay.
They do. They end up being pretty good golfers. So you would probably catch on. It would probably, if you stuck with it, it would take you under a year to break 100. It would take under a year because you're still young, you're still strong. So like hitting the ball for distance.
Powerlifting as you got older.
No, let me tell you the most embarrassing moment I've ever had on a golf course. So me and my dad pull up to our home course, and we're gonna get back to the depth chart in a second, right here. Bear with us. We pull up and we're about to tee off at our home course. So my dad forgets something in the truck. I go ahead and I tee off. I hit the ball right down the middle. There's a father and son right behind us, right? So when I tee off, I tell the father and son, you guys can go ahead and play through us. Appreciate it. Man, my tee shot was beautiful. So the father comes up, he hits his tee shot. Man, we're pretty much in the same area, right? In the fairway. I lie to you not. His son had to be about 12 years old. His son had to weigh maybe 90 pounds wet, bro.
Yeah, just usually a young kid. He
was long and gangly, but he was about 90 pounds.
And he's smacking that shit, huh?
He smacked it past both of us, bro. That little boy made me feel about this big, bro.
But you know, that goes
to tell you
rotation.
It's not about strength, it's about speed.
Yeah.
Can you generate speed with the club head?
Yeah.
And being rotational is better than being strong.
Right. Because
he was so flexible, and his turn was he could generate
club head speed. Work the club even further type.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, it's stuff like that. Man, you're young enough right now. If you really got into it, you'll fall in love with it, though.
So then a guy like Tiger Woods with all those injuries, all the age that's accumulated and stuff, he's probably, for him to still be good, is probably like, wow.
No, that just shows you how exceptional that dude was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Like if Tiger Woods tees off tomorrow at the Masters, if Tiger Woods makes the cut, that's incredible.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If he makes the cut, that's incredible. If Tiger Woods makes the top 20, dude, he deserves a standing ovation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
After everything he's been through physically.
Yeah. Physically. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Physically.
And for him, he's just a competitor, bro. He's just a competitor. He just wants to compete. He can't live without it.
Yeah.
He can't. Dude, if you make him go home and watch TV all day, he'll lose his mind. He'll lose his mind.
He probably like Tom Brady. Tom Brady can't stop throwing the football at the beach, commercial.
Absolutely. That's a perfect point. That's a perfect point. But I would tell you this. I would submit to every parent that allow your boys to play golf. It is one of the best sports to teach mental toughness.
Yeah.
Stroke to stroke. Like, okay, that's a bad stroke. Come back and be solid on the next one. It's stroke to stroke, man. And the mental toughness to immediately have to lock in. right?
Man, I might have to put my sons in golf now.
Start them early, man. Start
Yeah.
them early, bro, because their mental approach to a lot of different things will be impacted, right?
Yeah.
And it's just one of the most peaceful games in the world, man. You're out there, you're just in the elements. You know, sometimes I sit. I'll get caught. Sometimes my dad will have teed off, and he would have to like get my attention, like, "Yo, what you doing?" And I'm like just staring at the trees, bro. I'm
Golf.
just like acknowledging like nature. You know, especially if you go to like a professional course, like we're in San Diego and I'm playing off the coast of the ocean. Man, I'm standing there like, yo, this is amazing. You know,
Hey,
so
they talk about in the chat golf has caused 2 divorces. Good grief. It's just the time spent out there.
wait
I
a
can
minute.
imagine, the time
Wait
spent
a
out
minute. Just what ND Gal said, golf has caused 2 divorces in my circle. Let me tell you
there.
something, bro.
Good
Hey,
grief.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Me and my dad started simultaneously at the same
Okay.
time.
That's cool.
We
That's
started
cool.
at the same time.
That's cool.
I didn't have I was a newlywed. We didn't have a daughter yet.
Yeah, that's a great time to go golfing.
So it was like, man, we were playing like 4 or 5 times a week.
Oh, you're trying to be a pro.
Like my dad got hooked immediately. This dude went joined a country club. He like, yo,
like the first time y'all just out there hitting, he like, you know what?
dude,
I'm gonna just go get a
right.
membership.
We played a municipal course in the city the first time.
Oh, just on some casual.
Just on like, okay, you know, it's like $12 to play 18.
Yeah, I go and
Cool.
hit some balls, you know.
The
He's
next
like,
time
he's like, no, I think I need a club for this.
he hooked up with some you know, my dad's a pastor, so he hooked up with some other pastor friends of his and they went and played. And they took him to the country club. It's a wrap.
He ain't even come back.
It's a wrap, dude. Right? I called this dude. This dude hit me. He was like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "Man, I'm at the house." I said, "How you shoot today?" He was like, "Oh, you know, I'm still learning." He said, "Man, come, why don't y'all come join me for dinner?"
At the
Now,
club.
yeah. So mind you, I'm like, this is wigging me out. Like, dude, we 2 weeks into like learning the game. Like,
Yeah.
you already joining a club? That's where we at.
He talking about me and the guys. How you get guys that fast? We just picked it up together not too long ago.
So since just one ND gal talked about divorce, dude, my mother's looking at the account. This man just straight wrote a check for the whole year, dude.
Oh,
Right?
like he'd just get a 2-minute free trial.
Not monthly. He just paid for the whole year, right?
He said, I don't even want to think about not being able to get back to it. Let me just take care of that.
So he's like,
Write it off.
he's
It
like,
could be
yeah,
a
yeah.
write-off.
So my mother's like, I don't play golf. Like, I don't play golf. I don't want to play golf. I know my mother's real. She's a real lady, like, bro. So just being outside in the elements and all of that.
That's not her. That's not
That's
her
not her.
vibe.
No, it's not her
She's
vibe.
not gonna see the most
Right?
success outside like that.
But when my mother got to the club, they gave her a tour.
Yep.
And she saw, oh, I can call me and my friends can come for brunch.
Right.
And we can come for this, and you guys have a spa.
That's
She was
right.
like, "Oh, okay,
We can
okay."
join.
She was like, "I don't mind." But
That's what they say.
initially when she saw that check come through, she was like,
What's
"Do I
going
swear my father just started using debit cards 5 years ago."
So
Oh,
right
my
that
father,
day off.
my father was either cash or writing a check. Like, I think it was like the pandemic was the only thing that changed his mind, right? Because he had to start ordering things online. That was the only thing that changed him. Because for me, he was cash or either check. But either way, yo, that almost caused, man, they had some serious conversations around that money.
No, seriously.
They had some serious conversations about that money. But it is, my daughter didn't stick with it because my daughter is, matter of fact, my daughter's playing She hit me up. She's a wide receiver. They have a flag football league, student flag football league
Cool.
at the school.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is coaching
She-
it or something.
yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah,
And she hit me. She hit me. She was like, "Daddy, you should have saw this catch I made." I was like, "Did you put a dance?" She was like, "No, I'm saving that for the real game."
saving it. Okay.
He's like, "I'm saving it." I was like, "Girl, you making me proud, boy. You're making me proud. You're making me proud." Yeah, I wanted her to play golf. I used to take her out with me. I bought her some little small clubs. I took her out with me. It just wasn't her thing. She was like more volleyball,
See, that's what I wish I would have
volleyball,
did.
basketball.
Was
Uh-huh.
take advantage of more of them golf trips.
Yeah.
Guys would just be like, "Yeah, we just about to go," and I just was like, "Man, there's so much other stuff in college we can do." And you want to go, but now it's like, man, I would love to just have 3 times out the week, just hit some stuff, see what it's
Hey,
like.
bro. Man, the way I do it, I wake up. I'm just waiting for the weather to turn.
Oh, like you about to
Oh,
for the season
dude.
going.
I wake up. I'm at the course at 6.
Mm.
I'm back home. Everybody's still asleep. Because I'm playing the course by myself.
Well, you
I
need to
play
go,
18. It takes me maybe a little bit over, maybe an hour and a half to play 18 holes. Maybe.
oh,
Maybe
you
not even that long.
you moving through.
Yeah, I'm back home by 8 o'clock. I'm there as soon as they open up.
Arizona, man.
Oh,
Just
Arizona.
all year round.
Hey, I almost died in Vegas playing golf, though.
What?
I almost passed out. I almost had a heat stroke. I never forget.
It get hot early. It get hot
There was
early.
this course called the Revere, and we were playing in August. It was the hottest month
Of course.
in Vegas. It might have been like 119, bro.
At
And I
8
didn't know. My father was the one that called it. He was like, "Yo, I had my eyes were just. I had these white circles around my eyes. I couldn't respond when he would ask me a question. I was just like in a daze. Yeah, yeah." He was like, "All right." He put me in the cart, took me back, took me inside. Got some water into me.
Smoked out, man. It sounds smoky ass.
I was about to be done. I'm
You're really not thinking about it because you're focused. So
I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm young. I'm 3 months from being a dad.
You gotta hydrate, dog.
Man, I was about to be out of there. I was about
You
to
just
be out of
saying,
there on a
And you
golf
don't know
course.
what's going on. Like, man, I'm
Yo, that's probably what it's like to be on something crazy. That's that's probably like some old ecstasy type stuff.
it's gotta
Like
be.
the way I was like feeling. Yeah,
But you
that's
like-
like out of body.
Yeah, once you get
I
smoked
like
out
that.
much,
You got to drink responsibly, SD. I like
that ain't responsible.
Oh, I
It
like
probably
that.
happen fast. You don't notice it like creeping up on you. Then you just be like spaced out. Like, man, I'm
Yeah,
hot.
absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're interested in going, man, and playing golf with all the Notre Dame legends, 914-979-2247, info at executiveglobaltours.com, the email, and in the website, executiveglobaltours.com. They have golfer and non-golfer packages. And if you get the non-golfer package, you're basically going to be doing a lot of touring each day. Somebody asked if you were going to chug some Guinness over there, bro.
Man, I feel like you got to, right?
I don't know. My depth chart, I really want to see. This is just me. Tobias, Jaden Thomas, and Deion Colsey in the first group. But that second group,
That's courtesy.
and see for me, let me Tobias. No. I'm different. No. Tobias, Jaden Thomas, and Lorenzo in the first group. That's my first 3. Deion Colsey,
Wait, who's
from
in
what I've seen. The second group,
the first group?
the first group I said
I'm saying
Lorenzo,
who's in the slot in the first group?
Jaden Thomas.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I said Tobias, Jaden Thomas, Lorenzo.
Oh, like it as it okay. So I would say Chris Tyree if we're talking slot for the first group and put JT instead of Cozy. So I would have JT, Chris Tyree, and Lorenzo as the first three. If we go four, I mean, you got a lot of faith in Deion Cosley, but I think we got.
No. Deion Cozy's in my second group, but yes, I do have faith in him.
I would have Tobias before Deion Cosley because JT's more of a, I think, a safer commodity for the quarterback right now than the Deion because JT stays healthy.
Well, Chris Tyree dropped too many passes last week for him to be in my first group.
He's getting used to being
He
versatile.
dropped way too many passes in that practice. I was like, okay, nah, son, I can't have you in my first group.
As a senior too, huh? Damn.
That senior stuff don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
I'm all about production. I don't care nothing about seniority.
What freshman would you, if you were spinning it different? What freshman
Right now,
if you had to say, I'm putting a freshman in the first group just because?
this is just from what I've seen.
Right.
It would be Rico would be the first one for me.
Okay. So if you had to be like, okay, we're blowing out Pitt or something, got to throw a freshman in there. You know, it's kind of garbage time, whatever. You're throwing Rico out there first.
Yeah. Yep.
Rico's more of an instinctual football player because in high school he was playing everything: running back, quarterback, receiver,
Rico just
defense. He just know how to play in the game. You know,
man. I think his route running was underrated. Even when I watched his high school film, I said it was underrated.
he didn't
Does
run
he have
routes.
that? You crazy?
He was running curls and then running like motions and handoffs and dump offs.
Bro, you can look somebody's footwork in high school and tell whether or not they can run routes.
Oh,
Dude, I'll show you a kid right now that's a junior that runs crazy routes in high school. Heck, our boy up at Ohio State right now was running crazy. He was at IMG, but he was running crazy routes.
Carnell?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Carnell playing at IMG where they got NFL receiver coaches. That's different.
But yeah, Rico, and then it would be Jaden. Well, it would be right? It would be Rico or Jaden or Braylon, because Braylon his speed is
ready.
Ridiculous. They give you three different things. Rico for me, and I said it, and when I said it, I knew I was taking a chance, but he's the closest thing to a Jackson Smith and Jigba out of the three, in my opinion. When it comes to like being able to route run after the catch, you know what I'm saying, get you on the back shoulders and just do a lot of different things. For me, that's who he is.
Okay.
In the class. So that's why I would put him first. My second group would probably be Cozy.
Caleb Smith in there at all?
No, not from what I've seen. I'm going based upon from what I've seen.
I'm saying, like, have you seen him do anything? Not really.
No, not really. I would go Deion. I would go Deion, Rico.
Oh, second group freshman.
Yeah, I told you I would put a freshman in the second group.
Yeah,
I would. Right? Because my first group is Tobias, Lorenzo, Jaden.
Lorenzo.
And I would go Deion, Rico,
Chris Tyree, probably.
No, probably Caleb.
Okay.
Right? Because Rico's in the slot.
Right. You're right. That makes sense.
Right. So that puts Chris Tyree on the third group for me.
Automatic.
Because he's in the slot. Right? And then I would have Jaden. I would have Jaden, Tyree, and Braylon in the third group. Like those are my 9 receivers.
Yeah.
I don't think I missed anybody. I mean Salerno, but at this point,
you know how that shit go. He may be in the first group. You never know.
But yeah, I would pretty much rock it that way. I would rock it that way. Hey man, Lucky Lefty podcast. I didn't know we were gonna go into a dissertation on golf for like 15 minutes,
Yeah.
but that's what's so special, man. The chat got into it. Uh, man, look, hey bro, just one ND gal is not lying though. Cats fall in love with golf over their women real fast.
Oh, for real, girls like guys that go when they don't go.
Dude, you don't have to understand. That's like 3-4 hours. If you tell your girl you're going to play golf and you do it, most older guys that are retired or own companies and they don't have to go into the office, they're the ones that can play at like 8-9 o'clock in the morning,
Got it.
right? And have the rest of their day. They can play at 8-9 in the morning, chill for an hour in the clubhouse, drinking beers and stuff and chopping it up. And then they can go home and have the rest of the day with the missus. But heck, the missus, she's probably out shopping or doing her own business, making
Oh,
her
this
own
is
money.
older guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
these are older guys. When you're younger, you're still building a life. Probably still have younger kids, or about to have kids. You say I'm going to play golf. That's 3 hours
That's a
minimum.
problem. Yeah, that's a problem. You start thinking about time.
That's 3 hours minimum, bro. That's why my golfing went down as soon as my daughter was born.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I mean,
Right?
shit.
Because I worked, and it was me and my wife made a deal. You stay home for the first 2 years, make sure she's good, right? And then we'll put her in daycare.
Right.
You get back to your career. My wife graduated from Columbia College here, and she wanted to be a news anchor.
Oh wow, shit. Yeah, that's a career.
She had
Yeah.
a path already set. She had a path already set, and here comes baby girl. So now after 2 years, she figured out that she didn't want to do that anymore as far as being an anchor. Because as far as being an
Every day.
anchor,
You're on TV every day.
being an anchor, you have to go to a smaller city
Oh, to build
and work yourself back to the big city. She
You're
was
gonna be in Naperville. So.
nah. If it had just been us, cool.
Yeah, because you don't
But
care.
now with the baby, no. So yeah, bro. It just I went from playing 4 or 5 times a week to maybe like twice on the weekend. And it got worse. The older she got, the less time I had. Right? Because now she's getting involved in extracurricular sports.
That's why the
music.
morning time's undefeated, man. You gotta get up at 5.
Yep. You got to get up at 5 or 6 and get your round in, bro. And then get your kids involved. Now, if you get your kids involved, now you have a reason.
Hey, yeah.
You have a reason to go to the course now.
Get yourself some hours.
You have a reason to go to, the golf range because your boys are involved. I'm telling you.
I got 2 of them, so now that's 6 hours.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. We thank M Sleep for tapping in today. Hey, Shaun, you think that Coach O'Leary was putting out the PSA for the transfer portal safeties to all safeties thinking about hopping in the portal? We got spots for talent right now. I think Coach O'Leary was being over the top because I don't even think that's him. I think Marcus Freeman kind of made mention of that, like, man, you real extra today. Like, what's going on? They must have you mic'd up. David Flores, thank you for tapping in. Quick question. Any updates on the basketball recruiting transfer portal players being recruited? Not really. Notre Dame put up a first week on the job video over at Watch ND. So you can watch that. I think it was like 3 minutes long. It's pretty cool. Follow Michael Shrewsbury around for his first week. Saw that he was like definitely hitting the portal, speaking to the guys that are still on the squad, on the roster. So I think the portal really won't heat up until next week, because you wait until the tournament is over. All the coaches are at the tournament. in
Right.
the Final Four. So you have to wait for them to get back to their schools, set up workouts with the players that are still on the roster, stuff like that. So, I expect it to heat up in the coming weeks. Doma Wop says, watched one of my buddies destroy his brand new Big Bertha driver on a Top Golf driving range with those mats and rubber tees. Have you been to Top Golf, bro?
Yeah, Top Golf's cool.
I've never been to Top Golf, and
Really?
I'm a golfer.
Chicago, right?
Yeah, it's like 3 of them
Oh,
around
yeah.
me. I've yet to go.
One
I
of
hear
the
they have great food though. I hear it's a great time.
Yeah, it's really it's a Dave and Buster's experience for golf. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Dave and Buster's got some solid food too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. I think Cam is going to Ireland as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's going to Ireland too. Ryan Grant. I actually talked to Ryan Grant because he's one of the guys, former Notre Dame running back. He's one of the guys setting everything up.
He's supposed
He'll
to
be there as well. So, Indy Norm says, I played baseball through college. Golf to me was boring, not challenging. The ball just sits there. Yeah, okay. Go out there and try and hit it. That's all I'm saying. When I finally took the game up, I was hooked. So much more challenging than I thought. Yeah, yeah. As a baseball player, I agree.
It's stroked.
Bro, you don't understand. I used to hit 90-mile-per-hour baseballs.
Yeah, I don't like baseball.
So in my opinion, when I had a ball sitting on a tee,
you're like, oh, game time.
I'm like, oh, this is nothing. And it's challenging, bro. Because you can think you have everything technically sound and it will fall apart the very next swing.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're trying to figure out, like, wait a minute.
Because if you hitting a 200 or 280, you should be happy with yourself, right? Like,
dude, baseball is the most backwards game of all time because you can fail 70% of the time and be great.
And be great though.
Be great at it.
Like you might be the best if you hitting it. But that's so crazy to think about. It's like 10 pitches, you hit maybe 3.
Man.
And people are like, ooh, get that man 100 million.
No, wait a minute. That cat Otani is about to get 600 million. Easy.
What is he hitting?
Who, Otani?
Yeah. To get 600 million? What you got to hit to get 600? 4 pitches or 4 at bats out of 10, you getting 600?
But he pitches.
Oh, okay.
He pitches and hits, bro. He is.
Oh, that's like you the man.
Bro. So let me tell you something on the way out. Let me show you how ridiculous society is. I told you we had a mayoral race yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So shout out to Brandon Johnson, who ended up being the 57th mayor of Chicago.
He's actually good, isn't he?
He's a fantastic orator, fantastic public speaker. We'll see how he is. He's been a commissioner as of late. This is the first time I've seen a union flat out win. The Chicago Teachers Union pretty much ran his campaign. Think about that.
Yeah.
The Teachers Union ran his campaign, love, and he won. It's crazy. It was crazy to watch. It was crazy to watch. But you know how we get like people like or unlike our videos and our shows on YouTube?
Damn.
This is funny, dude. Going into Sunday, I had over 4,000 followers on Twitter. We had a certain amount of followers or people subscribed on YouTube. We did the show on Monday in which we talked about competitors and Caitlin Clark. I lost followers on Twitter and we lost subscribers on YouTube. This is how petty the world is, dog.
Wait.
Because people are so sensitive, bro. And I don't know. I'm not about to sit here and say It was along color lines. I don't know. I just find it was just super corny to me. Like literally, I lost like 12 followers on Twitter
No way.
because I didn't agree with their take on Caitlin Clark. It was funny, dude. And I'm just like, dude, I laugh at this stuff. And I say to myself, that's the biggest problem.
It's the
Because
biggest problem.
no one ever wants to listen. Or if you ask me a question, you can't control my answer.
People get mad. I feel like that's a phenomenon these days. People get upset at you answering the way
A question that they ask. You ask me a question, I explain it to you, and then you want to debate with me
on
about
my
my
answer
answer. That's not
that
how
you
that
asked
works.
me.
Exactly. It's like, dude, look, this is what it's all about. Different points of views, listen, talk, and you decide where you land on it. You got people stomping out like, I don't like him anymore. Dude, grow up. Flat out, just grow up. Like last night, I'll give you a perfect example. Last night, I was shocked that Brandon Johnson won because I didn't think he was going to beat Paul Vallis.
Mm,
I was shocked when he came in, like, oh, snap, he pulled it off.
yeah.
So I tweeted out, man, I need to see the demos. I was like, I need to see the demo breakdown of these votes. Like, I need to see the age groups. You know what I'm saying? What group of people voted for him or didn't vote for him? I'm interested in seeing it. And I get a tweet and respond. Now I'm tweeting about demos in the vote. And here comes somebody talking about the Democratic Party and every Democratic Party that every city the Democrats run is trash and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, dude, I don't. What are we talking about? I'm talking about them breaking down the and you over here trying to push your political point of view, right? And I'm like, this is no one wants to talk, no one wants to learn, no one wants to listen anymore. Everybody just wants to push their narrative, bro, of what they believe. Of what they believe, right? Because my side of politics is undefeated.
Undefeated.
There's never been a bad politician on the left, and there's never been a bad politician on the right. Like our set of views is the only way to live. Oh no, our set of views is the only way to live over here. Dude, man, I don't get caught in that stuff, man.
No.
Come on, man. I go out. I live to be a great dad. I live to be a great husband. I live to be a great son and a great brother every day, regardless of who's in the White House and regardless of who's in the fifth floor downtown Chicago. I don't have time to worry about other people. I choose my own destiny, Left.
That's right.
I choose my own destiny, man. And everybody else should choose their own destiny. And if we can do that and love each other and respect each other and appreciate each other, then guess what? Things might just start to get a little bit better.
Mm,
Well, I said might. I said might.
Because the thing is, not everybody lives by the same morals and principles.
But see, that's what makes America beautiful. That's what makes America beautiful, bro. I can sit down and not agree with certain aspects of you, but that doesn't make you a butthole. Just because I disagree with you.
Well, in
See,
America now it does, but
that's what I'm saying.
it
When it gets to the point that just because I disagree with you, I feel like you're a butthole. It's like, what are we talking about, man?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? I can respect you and not agree with certain things you feel or think. But at least we respect each other enough to lend an ear, to say, okay, I actually hear where you're coming from.
Because the worst problem is when a person can't be heard, it's like the worst thing for a person to feel,
Yeah.
You can't
You
hear
know,
get your opinion heard.
I get excited just because of my personality. I get excited on our show talking about my point of view.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. The fact that I'm talking about another point of view means, no, let's talk about it.
Yeah, you dropping bars.
Let's talk about it. You feel that way? Let's see. Let's talk about it. So when I get excited, a lot of people think I'm mad. I'm not mad. That's just me in everyday life, dude.
That's right.
Like when I start talking, my energy goes up, especially when I love what I'm talking about.
Got that 808 in your voice, man.
Man, look here, man. Lucky Lefty podcast. We spin it different, man. We just happen to be the home of the misguided passion. We just happen to be the home of the misguided passion, bro. I can't be bland and not have passion and call ourselves the home of the misguided passion.
That's right.
Let's go. You know what time it is.
Petticoat. Petticoat Junction.
It's time to get petty.
Oh, we did a good job executing.
Are you upset with something?
And fire up the Petticoat Junction train.
I just don't like you.
You don't?
No.
What is today's petty history? Petty Junction.
Petty Junction, pettiest stories of the day, brought to you by Onora Whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com, that premium American whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. Look here, man. I don't know if you've been seeing Isaiah Thomas.
He's so, oh my
talking
God.
lately, man. Hey, man, so
leave Michael Jordan alone.
I'm glad this Charles Oakley clip. Charles Oakley is one of Michael Jordan's closest friends.
That's right.
Going back to when they came to Chicago pretty much together. You know, Charles Oakley was the one that was traded away to get Scottie Pippen.
Yep.
You know, so well, he was traded away so they could get Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant and make room for him. But after Isaiah Thomas went on All the Smoke, Charles Oakley definitely heard the interview, and this is what he had to say as a close friend of Michael Jordan.
Mike do not want to be your friend, Isaiah. I'm telling you for the fifth time. He do not want to be your friend. You know, stay on ESPN, keep talking on TNT. Oh, Mike should, you know, now you're trying to say everybody better than Mike. It's okay. You not better than Mike. He came to your city and took your city. That's why you really mad. He took over Chicago. I know.
Tough.
Now, let me tell you who's petty. Charles Oakley's not petty. Let me tell you, Steven Jackson's petty, because when Isaiah was sitting there, he was putting the battery in Zeke's back.
He was
talking about it, Zeke. What?
Yeah,
Now this cat is dead and laughing.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Steven Jackson is on a petty train.
Yeah.
You were mad petty for that.
Because he was all serious, like 60-minute interview with Isaiah Thomas. Oh yeah, just explain how you felt with that.
Then he was like, man, you should help him come on the show so he could tell him to come on the show. I said, dude, these dudes are petty. Then you turn around and this cat Oak is telling the truth.
And you out there gassing him. You damn right, Oak. He's like, oh, where is that funny? Matt Barnes is like, man.
He said,
Matt Barnes, no, he gassed him up.
Dude, your boy was petty for this, though. Charles Oakley said, I'm telling you for the fifth time. So this cat Isaiah going around begging, trying to make things up with Mike, dude.
Think about Michael Jordan, though, himself as a person. He ain't paying attention to that.
Isaiah Thomas. He don't mess with you like that, dog.
He don't, bro.
I don't know what you
want him to say. He don't want to talk to you, bro.
He does not mess with you like that, bro.
It's okay.
He does not. And it's okay. Because Chicagoans, like myself, maybe not these new age ones. See, I have knowledge of Chicago basketball before Michael Jordan arrived. So I have profound respect for one, Isaiah Lord Thomas, when it comes to Chicago. But you're embarrassing us right now, bro. You keep begging for a sit down, bro. And the Godfather already told you no. His consigliere is on All the Smoke saying, dude, I done told you no 5 times, bro.
5 times. You don't want to be your friend that much?
You in Cleveland a couple of years ago, the celebration for 75 years. Magic and Mike's laughing at you, dog. They laughing at you. As soon as you walk off, they both laughing at you. The footage is out there. Man, stop playing yourself, man. You got some insecurities, man. I don't know what they are. Maybe you shouldn't have kissed Magic on the lips like that back in the day. I don't know. Maybe you got some insecurities, man. I don't know what it is.
Man, can't let it go, man.
But you too good. You too great of a player, too great of a Chicagoan to play yourself like that, man. Let it go. You and Magic got back cool. That's fantastic. You and Karl Malone got back cool. That's fantastic. The Michael Jordan thing is never happening. Ever. Trust me. It's never happening. But Steven Jackson, man, I got to put you on the petty train for that one, boy. He was enjoying it too. He was enjoying every minute of what Charles Oakley was saying.
That's why I thought it was so crazy.
Oh, man. Shout out to your boy, Travis Kelce, shooting a shot with Meg Thee Stallion, too.
No shout out for that.
I don't have a problem with Travis Kelce, dude.
No shout out for that.
Trav considers himself part of the tribe, bro.
Yeah, Stallion, focus on yourself, Queen. You just got out of court.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to the Houston Astros, boy, because y'all didn't even know that y'all about to go viral on opening night. Y'all had no clue. Y'all had no clue. But she did wonders for your social media.
Oh, man.
On opening night.
Over fans overnight.
Man. You ever feel, I don't know if you ever feel this, bro. Maybe you will one day. Because, as a married man, you're happily married. And you feel like, I should not be watching this right now. This should not be so pleasing to my sight. I'm watching, because they're playing the White Sox. And she walks out for the first pitch and turns around and faces the outfield. And I'm like, I should be turning away right now, but I'm not. I should not be looking at the TV right now. But, man,
baseball was so attractive that night.
Oh, look at God. Look at God. He is something else. He is amazing, isn't he?
That man can create.
Man, have a great Wednesday. See what happens on Snowfall tonight, love.
It's getting emotional for me.
Yeah, man. I need to get up out of here. It's time. Man, we'll see you guys tomorrow for another edition. Spin it different today.